Most people know what it means to eat healthy. So why don't we do it? Right? Claudine here. Yes, I read an article today and I found it very interesting. I know it all, but so I thought I would share it with you because, yeah, it's interesting. So that article says most people know what it means to eat healthy. Almost everybody knows that processed, packaged food, what you buy in the store, is not as healthy as fresh fruit and vegetables. Most everybody knows when you drink sweet beverages like soda or whatever, that it's not as healthy as water. We all know that if you stuff yourself with meals and afterwards you eat a dessert and stuff like that in a restaurant, that it's more healthier to cook at home with yeah, fresh vegetables and stuff like that. And don't stuff, but just eat when you're enough. Stop it. So simply put, eating healthy is more than just, it's not about a lack of information. It's not that. If you don't eat healthy, it's not because you don't know it, but it's because eating is, for most of us, some kind of a coping mechanism. Yes, we eat to to cope with something. And I will tell you, I read here, I will tell 7 common examples of coping mechanism, and also I will tell you how to deal with it in a better way. So maybe you should think, why are you overeating or eating the wrong stuff? Why do you do it? Find it, and then you can do something about it. Okay? So the first thing is stress eating. Then we look for comfort foods, and it's not a good way. So how can you cope better when you're in stress? You can go for a meditation or yoga or a walk in the park, outdoors, or breathing exercises. Those things are a lot better. The second, emotional eating. Yes, when you're sad or depressed, we often we reach for the food, an ice cream or chips or whatever. So what can you do instead? Well, call a friend. A friend that means good, means well. Talk with a therapist or journal. Write your stuff down. Write it from your heart, and then it's a lot better than eating chips. We see it, the third example, as a reward. Yeah, often we reward ourselves with food, and it's no good either. So find out how much does it cost when I do this. Maybe it's just €1 or maybe it's €5 every time, but what can you do instead? Well, put it in a jar and keep it for a month or 2 months, and then you have enough money to go shopping. And then you reward yourself. Another example is social reasons. When social gatherings almost always center around food. What can you do instead? Instead of focusing on the food, you can focus on the people who are there. So before you go, drink lots of water, and then your stomach is already full, and then you can focus on the people who are there instead of the food. Another one is boredom. Yeah, that's something for me. When I have nothing to do, I go in the fridge, do I have something there? Or when you're watching TV, you have a bag of chips or whatever. What can you do instead? Well, write something or have a hobby. taking a walk, reading a book, those things. Make sure that you fill in your time with nice stuff, okay? Then anger. Anger is one. And then when you stuff yourself because you're so angry, afterwards you're guilty. You're feeling guilty because you stuffed yourself. So don't do that out of frustration. What can you do? Just go out for a walk and cool down, you know? It's a lot better. And the last one I want to say here is out of pleasure. Yes, but there are lots of healthier ways to find pleasure instead of only with food. Take a bath, get a massage, enjoy the sunset, do things like that. You know, there are so many substitutes for food. Don't grab those sugar things or chips or whatever. You know it's not good. Find out what your why is, what your coping mechanism is, and look for alternatives. You can do this. Okay? Maybe you can comment what is your problem, and maybe we can find a solution together when you don't know what you can substitute it with. Okay? I see you tomorrow. Bye.